All right, today's virtual praise band tutorial is about what to do with a slow computer. In other words, how do you run virtual praise band if your CPU just can't quite keep up? There are a number of tricks that you can do. First thing is make sure that your computer is optimized to begin with. Go up to File on the top left, down to Settings, and then into Program Settings. And then under Folders, make sure that Imports is set to your audio drive or your music drive. You should be running all of your tracks in Virtual Praise Band from a separate drive than your operating system resides on. So normally speaking, your operating system is on the C drive on, virtually all Windows computers. This happens to be the L drive. I've got several more drives maybe than you do, but this might be in your case the D or the E drive. But in any event, this is a drive dedicated for audio, and in my case also some video and some other things. But basically you need a separate drive for your tracks, but you also need a separate temp drive. I have given this drive a folder with the name Audio Temp that I only point the imports in Virtual Praise Band to. So you can see that I've also got a lot of other things set there, but that's the most important setting. And make sure that that is set correctly, and that'll that's one way to drastically improve your audio performance. Then another thing you might do, if your computer still just cannot keep up, if it's still just too much for you, is you can, and what I've done is I've made these smaller so I can see all of them on one screen, happens to be in this song. From here down, from the 9th track down, those are visual information, but from the 8th track up, those are audio files. What you can do is mix down a submix and then get rid of the rest of the tracks that you don't need, and use that as an alternate save the arrangement as an alternate name, and you can load that, and it'll require a lot less CPU processing power to play that track that way. So for example, if you have a live piano, you're going to mute the piano anyway because you already got that being played. Let's say you have a live bass player. These are just random. It really doesn't matter. Obviously, the vocals are going to be live. So the only thing that your computer has to keep up with now is track 7, which is keys, track 5, electric guitar, track 4, acoustic guitar, and track 2, which is drums, and then, of course, a click track for your drummer. But even though you have these muted, they're still taking up processing power. So one way to deal with that is, since you're muting them anyway for this particular set, is just click on it and delete it, click on it and delete it, click on it and delete it, and then go up to Save and say Save Arrangement As and give it an alternate name. Just say, in this case, it's How Great Is Our God. Say How Great Is Our God Submix. And then you'd know for today, with these players here, that's the mix you need, and you don't need to have the computer trying to process information that really isn't necessary because you don't need it anyway. If your computer still can't keep up, then you can delete those, or you can just mute those, and then actually do an export and export the audio as a wave. I would recommend a wave. Export the audio as a wave, put it in another folder somewhere where you can find it on the audio or the music drive, the separated drive. Make it a stereo mix so that you'll get out of the left side still the click track. And then, I'm not going to do that, but it would save that. And then what you do is you would get rid of everything that wasn't a visual file. So everything from 8 up, you would circle just like this. Go to the left side, hold the left mouse button down, grab them all, push the delete key, and then you'd go find that audio. You would do it down here in your file manager. You would go find that audio here on your computer, wherever you'd put it. See, this little icon represents computer, the one that looks like a computer screen. You would find it. You would mouse to it. Let's say in this case, I don't actually have one on here, but the idea would be that you would go find a file, the file that you just mixed, and it would be called, mix down How Great Is Our God, whatever you want to name it. You'd grab it and drag it up to the timeline, and then your computer has a submix of just what you need for that morning. It loads much faster, and it's playing one stereo WAV file. If your computer can't keep up playing one stereo WAV file, time to get a new computer. Thanks for watching this Virtual Praise Band tutorial.